Look, I'm sure a lot of you out there have kids. And if you've ever had kids and you've gone through the potty training stage, potty training is one thing, but the thing they don't tell you about is teaching your kid to wipe their butt, which is something altogether different. Now, my son's just gone through that recently, and he did the old classic, which is he'd wipe, and he'd always get to a point where he wanted me to check. And when he wants me to check, basically what he's saying is, I've had enough of wiping now, and I want you to finish it off. That's really what he's saying. And to start with, what would happen is I'd go in and I'd finish it off. And what I realized was he never got any better after that, because people don't get any better than the level of where you jump in. What I learned was I actually just had to stop doing it. So he'd say, can you check? And I'm like, no, if you think you're done, pull your pants up. And he was like, oh, what if there's poo in my undies? And you say, well, then there'll be poo in your undies. And he says, oh, I don't want that. And I'm like, well, if you don't think you're done, you can keep wiping. And funnily enough, he improved, got better, and now he can do it. So I think it's the same with you guys, like if you're getting guys calling you up and asking you, hey, I've done this and I've done this, I've just got this last question. Just ask them, what do you think? Oh, well, I don't want to get it wrong. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, what do you think? What would you do if I never picked up? And put it back on them. You have to let them get their own stuff right. You have to let them try stuff out and actually make their own decisions. If you always jump in when they ask for help, they'll just keep asking for help and they'll never improve past that point. So
you have
really important.
Yeah, you have to let them perhaps get a little bit of poo on their undies.
Yeah, and I think
and you have to be prepared to put up with that too.
Yes, that's it. You need to be prepared for the proverbial poo in the undies.
Yeah.
If they make a mistake and they come back and say, hey, man, I took initiative. I did what I thought was right and I got it wrong. You have to be prepared for that to happen sometimes and deal with it the right way. Because if you come down on them like a ton of bricks, they'll just go back to asking you. But if you say, hey, mate, we all make mistakes sometimes. Look, bugger, I would have done it like this. So next time, do it like that. But look, this is how I'd clean it up from here.
Yeah.
Then they'll learn.
Yeah, we don't want them to make the same mistake 2 or 3 times, and that's a whole nother kettle of fish.
Whole nother kettle of fish.
But they need to be able to make a mistake, because I bet you've made a mistake as well. If you're listening, you will have made a mistake. You're not perfect.
You still make them.
Still make them. And there's a great little rule here. It's the 3-1, the 1-3-1 rule, Phil. So they train your team to come to you with 1 problem, 3 suggestions, and 1 solution. So it's like one recommendation. Yep. So they tell you the problem. Hey, there's 3 things I could do here, and here's what I recommend that we do. And that's a great way of not micromanaging as well. And the leader, don't micromanage. That's a killer. Build your culture and be results driven. You've got to know the numbers in your business. You've got to understand what the results look like. If you don't know the numbers, financial numbers and some KPIs, it's really hard to lead properly as well. It's hard work, 100%, but it's worth it, because if you want to have great time, a lot of time and flexibility and freedom from your business and money, cash flow and profit, you got to be good at leadership. And you can do it. You 100% can do it. You've learned how to wire a house or plumb a house or lay drains, whatever it is. You can do this stuff as well. It's just a different skill set.
Hey, I hope you liked the video. Check out all the other videos in the channel and like and subscribe.